they come back yet again, working with Hunter College to keep making the point that this city is in trouble when you talk about affordable housing, when you talk about a homeless population that is exploding in every borough in this city. And I just want to say that we're all judged by how we treat and help others. And this city must go back to its original roots, which has always been about helping others. Somehow we have lost our way. We do not understand in city government anymore that with a little bit of a helping hand, we can take somebody who's on the streets, give them shelter, transition themselves to services, and then a housing unit. And once we do that, we take the pressure off government resources, but more importantly, we give people the dignity they deserve to make a life in New York City. And if this city becomes a city only for the very rich, with enclaves for the poorest of the poor, and no ladder to the middle class, then we have failed miserably. And I just want to say to our City Hall friends, you can think all you want in that ivory tower about what people should think and what people should do. But this top-down attitude has kept too many people in this city down. And what Picture the Homeless is saying today in issuing this report is we are not going to be silent. We are not going to go quietly. We are not going to accept the fact that people are living on the streets in the greatest city on earth when we can do something about this. And what I find compelling about this report is that among the findings, we have 3,551 vacant buildings. Think about that. 3,551 thousands and thousands of apartments. We have 2,489 vacant lots. According to the report, this could house 71,000 people. You can create the next generation of affordable housing. In addition to this report, we have 110,000 distressed properties that were lost due to the banking scandal on Wall Street. So when you put together what Picture the Homeless is saying and what we now know about the mortgage crisis and about all of the loan abuse, when we put all that together, we have a great stock to which to build upon. But we can't build upon it unless we have the facts. And the unbelievable excuse that the mayor and the city council give us for not mandating a yearly block and lot count to learn about the information that's out there, all the potential sites that can be used by not-for-profit groups, people who really want to help usher in the next generation of affordable housing. That is unacceptable. When we released our proposal in the legislation, I was told that it would take millions and millions of dollars to count vacant lots, abandoned property. Millions. We were being spendthrift liberals. That was the excuse. I think by some estimate, the estimate would be like 10, 20, $50 million, right? It was unbelievable. We then said, well, you know, we met this group of people from Picture the Homeless. I put up 20, 30 volunteer staff members, and we just counted one borough, right? And we didn't charge $50 million. And so, well, seriously. And we then said, well, it makes sense that every year we count homeless people in the city in December, right? It's a very tough count. People volunteer, they go into the subway system, they go to buildings, they literally count, are you homeless? And they use this data to see if the homeless population is rising, what about services, to really think about a strategic plan. So why would you count homeless people and not count vacant, abandoned buildings to move homeless people eventually into supportive housing services? So you can't have one count and not the other count. And the city should take control of this. So on the day you're counting in the freezing cold the people who suffer in the city, why don't you finish the job and count everything? And the reason you don't finish the job is because if you gave us this information, the not-for-profit people, the people who do good work, if you gave people easy access to information, well, then I think people are going to be pretty shocked at what's not happening as it relates to affordable housing. So I just wanted to stop by today and really thank Picture the Homeless, thank Hunter for staying and partnering with you. I want to thank my office for volunteering, again, the ones who really helped and showed up, not because they had to. I didn't tell them to. They wanted to work with Picture the Homeless. And I want to just finally say that this report is going to be very interesting to learn to distill. But this report, if it just stays on the shelf, right, will not have served us well. This is, above all else, a political document. This is a document that you must use to shake up the city's political establishment.
Amen.
This is a document that you must take back, and you must let people understand that we know what's going down in this town. And that if we use this document as a political vehicle for fundamental change as it relates to working people and poor people in the city, then we can build a foundation that can shake up what has been a very, very top-down approach to our